Hello, Robs. We're back with new book arrivals, number 205. I haven't had much chance to go to thrift stores, despite the fact that I have a huge pile of books. I only went, I think, two different places once earlier this week. I don't even remember when, and then once on Saturday. Let's get to these. Helter, Skelter. So you know what this is, bruv. The world's #1 true crime bestseller by the co-author of Till Death Us Do part. Anyway, you already know what Helter Skelter is. If you don't, then you probably don't know anything. Raleigh's Eden by Inglis Fletcher. In the tradition of Gone with the Wind, the moving drama of men and women caught up in the gathering storm of the revolution. Obviously, gothic romance sort of type, but seems less gothic than it is romance. But I figured grab it anyway. Why not? This one seems to be a real loser as far as collectability goes, but I don't care. R.L. Stein. Now I remember where I got these. No, I didn't get them. They don't have prices on the back. Where the hell did I get these? Did I get them at... No, I got them at... No, I know where I got them. I got them when I went to... I thought I already did these, though. I don't know. R.L. Stein. Night Games. I might have already done these. I don't know if I did or not. There's only $5 from those. Night Games, R.L. Stein. Thomas L'Imposteur by Jean Cocteau. And I have a pile of these somewhere. Oh, yeah, up there. You see them right on top, bruv. Right by Colette. Right there, bruv. Is that how you say it? Jean Cocteau. Obviously, I don't know French, but... No, I got these at... Did I get these? No, I got these at... Where the fuck did I get these? I must have went Tuesday and got these, and I think I got them at... Yeah, that's where I got it. I got them at a different thrift store that I'm thinking of. The Edible Woman. I saw this book twice. Yeah, that's right, because I went to an antique mall. I've probably already covered these, I believe. I don't know, though. I saw this book twice within like an hour. Once at the antique mall, and I refused to pay $4 for it, despite it being curious. And then I went to a thrift store and got it for 49 cents. Literally a half hour later. This one I paid $1 for. I think I did cover these, but I guess it doesn't matter. A Nation Laid Bare. The Life and Times of Gypsy Rose Lee. I think she was a performer, right? In the roaring 20s and almost overnight, the Great Depression brought it crashing down. When the dust settled, people were primed for a star who could... shut up. W.N. Ferris autobiography. Obviously, probably the president of Ferris State University in Big Rapids, Michigan. Like I said, I believe I covered those already, so if I didn't, then I didn't. I don't care. I don't know. I don't know. Let me put these aside so I can make a new pile. This one, The Private Life of Mona Lisa. I got this at another thrift store. Salvation Army, I believe, for 50 cents. Obviously, minus its jacket. Spine's not in that great a shape. It's not worth particularly much, $4 or $5. But interesting enough. These are all from today, or Saturday. Is that Joyce Carol Oates? She's not bad looking in her youth. Them, a revised and updated introduction by Greg Johnson, afterward by the author. Modern Library, 50 cents. Might as well pick it up. Not a particular fan of Joyce Carol Oates, though I do have probably 4 or 5 of her books somewhere around here. I know I got 2 books that are the same book that are horror books or something like that. Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. This is an earlier edition, Book of the Month Club, but still earlier edition. And then I found her obituary in another book, a book on Plato, but it was all marked up. So I would have got that book, which is how I found this. She was only 56 when she died of cancer. Yeah, so this was found in another book, and then I came around. I found this book, and then I went back and retrieved it. As I said, I don't know if this is worth anything, but it might be. This is obviously isn't this about the environment and coming ice age or some shit? All I know is it's a classic of some sort. It does have some moisture exposure to it if you look. Oh yeah, there you see it. Very prominent. This book I've been threatening to get at that same thrift store for 6 months. Hacks at Lunch. I think I mentioned it in one book accumulation video some months back. But I finally got it just because it equaled the 13th book. Oh, what have we got here? What did we see, bruv? Oh, goody. What is it? Save a bundle by mail. I'll probably read this on the channel just because it's short and probably pointless. I like the concept, but I have a feeling it's not very good. This, I believe I've seen this book before, The Golden Bough by Sir James Fraser. I didn't realize what it was. I thought it was just like one of those religious novels. But then I looked it up on eBay to see if it had any value, and that's where I saw the subtitle, A Study in Magic and Religion. And apparently this was originally released in the 1880s as a multi-volume set, I think 3 or 4 volumes. And then it was re-released in a similar fashion, and then in, I think, the 1910s, it was released as a 12-volume expanded edition. This is 1-volume abridged edition, which is kind of disappointing, but I was only in the fact that what do we got here? Dear reader, Book of the Month Club, is a pleasure to send you the accompanying volume as a book dividend to which you are entitled by reason of your recent purchase of 2 Book of the Month Club selections. We hope that you and all the members of your family will enjoy it. I will, bro. No, I mean, I thought about reading this on the channel, but others have read it already. The LibriVox version, and plus if it's abridged, it ain't really worth it. I suppose I could track down the 12 volumes and read all 12 of them, but it'd probably take me 3 years. This is a 1951 copy. The jacket is rather frazzled. Bedraggled, maybe is the word. But I will put it over there and probably get to it. I and Thou by Martin Buber. And now I have 4 books on Buber, by Buber. Buberized. Curiously enough, that was my nickname when I was not a baby, but younger. Buber. Bubers. Translated by Walter Kaufman. Now that's interesting since he's the famed Nietzsche translator. 2 books. The Hardy Boys, The Secret Panel, and The Mystery of the Spiral Bridge. I only got them because they're the older ones, the Grosset and Dunlap. Older editions, sans barcodes, which are basically the only ones I'll buy. If they're cheap. I've seen these for $1 a piece, and that's too much. 50 cents, acceptable. $1, too much. That's the margin we run here. Medusa by Martine Desjardins, translated by Oana. I'm not even going to attempt that name. Abba Silichioi. Oh my God. There's enough vowels in that name. Look at that. That's insane. I assume this isn't the Medusa I'm thinking of, but just a different Medusa. Kind of like the Gregory Maguire Witch and all those kind of tales. Medusa is a modern Gothic of women's body shame and men's body shaming, phallocratic oppression, and the redemptive power of a feminist imagination. With ironic wit, Medusa confesses her incendiary story, throwing light, both raw and refined, on monstrosity. She's been called Medusa for so long that she's forgotten her real name. She walks with her head down, face hidden behind her hair, to spare others the sight of her deformities. Eyes so horrible they repel women and petrify men. Driven from the family home, Medusa is locked up in the Athenaeum, an institute for young malformed girls. All right, I kind of thought this was possibly a Medusa book about the actual Medusa, but this is some kind of series, which I kind of thought it might be, but got it anyway. Willa Cather's Death Comes for the Archbishop. Just, why not? Part of the 13. That's my goal, to get 13 books when I go to this one thrift store. And I usually do get it to 13, whittle it down, or unless there's really good stuff. This book is a book I actually have. I actually have 2 editions of this book, and this is the 10th anniversary edition, which I already have, so I'll probably sell this copy. Since if there's 2 editions or 5 editions, I will try to collect every one and then sell whatever I have in excess. And this one is in excess. It's about a cold case up in northern Michigan in a town called Hart. Speaking of northern Michigan, the Northwoods Reader. Oh, almost lost the whole pile there. Tales of the Old UP, which is the Upper Peninsula, for those who are not Michigan savvy, by Cully Gage. Copyright 1977, O Train, Michigan. Library of Congress. It's just little stories about those kind of things. Bats. That's interesting. Let's see what it says about the bats. Long before I read Dracula or explored some of the caverns of Kentucky, I was fascinated by bats. Maybe I'll read that. Just don't want to snap this spine open. It's one problem with books like these. That's why I prefer to read the weird, weathered hardcovers whose spines have already been jacked up. I do not like to break spines, so that's it. Another 20 books to the collection or so. Goodbye, bros. Goodbye.